Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Hustle and Hoops game reaction. Today, we're going to be talking about 4 different games. We're going to start with Cleveland versus Boston. Then we're going to go over to Atlanta versus New York, Detroit versus Milwaukee, and finally, LA Lakers versus New Orleans Pelicans. LA Lakers versus New Orleans Pelicans. Now, let's just jump right into it. Boston versus Cleveland. 114-113 W in overtime for Cleveland. So, this game was very exciting. Had a really good time watching Darius Garland return since the first game. I've been waiting for him to come back and honestly have just been tuning in and out of Cleveland games because, yes, Donovan Mitchell is exciting. Yes, Evan Mobley is exciting. Yes, Jared Allen is fun to watch. But Darius Garland is going to be my favorite player on that team. So it was very exciting, very fulfilling to watch him come back and hit those mid-ranges, the leaning threes, the amazing assists. It's just beautiful to see the way he moves on the court. He's an absolute demon. Now, he goes 3 for 3 from 3 in the first 5 minutes. Jaylen Brown matches him with 7 early points. It's a very, very, very exciting game, like I said earlier. K-Love post hooks Dean Wade off the bench early. As long as this team can maintain a combination of Darius Garland in a big or Donovan Mitchell in a big on the floor at all times, I genuinely think this team is fine and could give a lot of teams like the Boston Celtics that were genuinely considered competitive or are considered competitive a run for their fucking money. Now, the Celtics close out the half with a 15-4 run. It's what the Celtics do. The Celtics go on runs. They run on the fast break, that or their isolation scoring. It's one of the two. So you add in Malcolm Brogdon, things have definitely changed. And, there's a lot more movement in the offense for the Boston Celtics with those guards on the floor. You see Marcus Smart have a nice little game as well. But by halftime, Darius Garland has 17 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Jaylen Brown has 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. At some point, I'm going to have to be honest about Jason Tatum. This is not the time. We'll wait for that. I absolutely love, as I said before, the Darius Garland leaning middies. That is just so much fun to watch. At the Jaylen Brown walk was funny. Donovan Mitchell is absolutely crazy. We're jumping to the end of the game where he scored 11 points in the last 2.5 minutes of regulation. That also leads us right into the Jason Tatum block on Donovan Mitchell to save the game for overtime. In overtime, you see Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell just basically dominate with a nice little lob to the baseline. Donovan, like in college. Donovan also had that huge one-handed rebound like he always has where he just snatches that down. And then we see a huge opportunity for Joe Mazzulla, the fresh new coach, and he draws up a good play. I liked what I saw. I am giving it to Jaylen Brown in that situation. That's the correct call. And to have him do a pull-up mid-range off a down screen is it's a good move. It's a good move. Unfortunately, he didn't make the shot. And we move. New York versus Atlanta. The rematch. DeJounte Murray goes off in the Garden. Love to see it. I'm a huge DeJounte Murray fan. Super happy to see this. Drops 36, 5 steals, 9 assists, a block. Trae Young, you're the second fiddle for this game. Stand back because DeJounte Murray is here to make his stand. He shot 5 for 12 from 3, 8 of those being catch and shoot. So obviously, we definitely are seeing so many different aspects of his game being utilized on this team on offense, and that's exactly what we were looking for. Obi Toppin post hooks are nice. Full court iHeart passes. Love to see it. The lineup of Emmanuel Quickley, Jalen Brunson, Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, and Isaiah Hartenstein is a lovely lineup. The Hawks shot 27% from 3. Pretty tough. Fast break points won by the Knicks 24-12. I also didn't even mention or the Hawks won this game. I didn't mention the Hawks won this game, obviously, with DeJounte Murray dropping the 36. But DeAndre Hunter also contributed a nice little 21 piece. And Jalen Brunson on the other side, 21, 5 assists. Rowan, RJ, 19, 5 and 5. What am I talking about? Obi Toppin comes in, gives you a nice little game. And Manuel quickly comes in and gives you a nice little game with 16 rebounds. So we move. It was a good game. Enjoyed it. Kind of the second screen game now. That takes us to the first screen game. The Detroit Pistons versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go. Yeah, we lost. 116-91. Rebound battle got absolutely crushed by almost 20, 52-35. The assist battle was not that bad, but we had 21 turnovers. I repeat, the Pistons had 21 turnovers to their 18 assists. Pain. This was a difficult game for Cade Cunningham. Outside of Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Bojan, and Cade, no one was in double figures. Then you add Jaden Ivey to that, no one was above 5 points. Above Killian. Now, like I said, this was a somewhat rough game for Cade. We started seeing the shading of the doubles again. We started seeing the big being shaded at the low block. We started seeing them jump on screens. It was basically just don't let Cade score. Don't let Cade get to his spot. And then eventually he started getting to his spot, and they were still just keeping him from scoring. And you have to give props to the Milwaukee defense for the game they put on last night. However, you also see some bright spots. You have, Sadiq Bey coming in and showing us a little bit more of his isolation game. Brook Lopez is averaging 15 points in his first 6 games. It's his best start as a Milwaukee Buck with 20 total blocks. Nice. Shouts out Shu with the Jordan Noir buckets. Killian Hayes, you had a nice recovery block. That's about the only note I have for you on this game. So Giannis, honestly, every time you do something, just moving Nerlens Noel out the way just to hit the lay. And then on the other side, Jaden Ivey flying pass to the Killian Hayes tray. Again, Giannis. But Ivy with a nice little bank 3. And Jingles, I saw you in the all black tech fit. I see you. Anyways, nice little Nerlens screen navigated by Cade, maneuvered into the mid-range, right into his spot for the smooth midi right next to the free throw line. Either side, that pull-up mid-range. Anyways, another thing that I really love is when Cade kind of dribbles across the paint and hits that nice little right-handed floater off the bank shot. It's a foul every time, and it really irritates me because you look at it and it's like he's getting hit. He's obviously getting hit because oh man. Anyways, by the 7:40 mark of the third, the Bucks are 3 for 25 from three-pointer and still crushing us. They absolutely destroyed us with their biggest lead being 33 points, despite shooting around 20% from 3. It was just a really tough game, and Grayson Allen, you don't need to be dunking like that. That's all I have to say about this game. We moved. That was a nice, fun little series for us against the Bucks. Final game for the night, we're talking about Lakers versus Pelicans. 121-17 overtime win for the Lakers. Matt Ryan, the hero. And, I don't really have too much to say about this game. I fell asleep. I rewatched this. Whether it is the fact that I can't place what is wrong with this Los Angeles team in my head, or it's just the fact that Lonnie Walker scored 28 points this game. AD had 20, Bron had 20, Troy Brown Jr. had 15, Russ had a good game. It was just a good game. It was a weird time. It was a confusing ass game, but they pulled it together in the end relatively. That overtime was pretty shaky, but you got Zion in foul trouble early. That's a nice thing. You won the rebound battle by a short amount. That's a good thing. You shot absolutely mediocre from three to 28%, but it's better. Definitely better. You're definitely improving, and the 87% from the free throw line is always nice. 66 points in the paint to Pelicans 64. This was definitely a game played down low and played from the paint. Got LeBron and Zion you got LeBron and Zion on opposing sides. That's what's gonna happen. And Lonnie Walker is a fun player to watch. Lonnie Walker is a very exciting player to watch for sure. And we saw some good Wenyen Gabriel minutes. Shouts out. You always know how I feel about that. And Matt Ryan had a nice couple of moments. Devontae Graham closing minutes in the last 3 minutes. That's absolutely wild in my opinion. I just don't understand why you would have such a defensive liability on the fucking floor. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, Matt fucking Ryan nails the three to send it to overtime. Absolute hero ball. And somehow this game closes out with the Lakers winning. To be honest, I don't even know how. This was a confusing game for me. I'm like rewatching it at like 7 a.m. So honestly, don't take my advice. Don't take my opinion on this too strongly. I really just don't give a shit about the Lakers because I don't think they're on shit. But these were a fun couple of games. I hope you guys enjoyed my reactions. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.